Take note, bro.
Are you happy to be here? Absolutely. Hell yes. Okay. So this is the Port of Bellingham ferry terminal. Here we get from cruises to the Alaska ferry ticketing. Very beautiful installations. Nestor, thanks so much for taking the time.
Yeah,
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What makes you happy?
Ooh. That is a good question.
Ah, it is.
Existentially, I would probably say my family,
Hey.
metal music, generally, and my friends.
Huh. These are three interesting things because there is a difference between happiness and pleasure.
Very true, yes. I would say the answer of like friends and family is definitely in the like just general contentment with life.
Contentment, satisfaction, yes.
Yeah. And then the like pleasure in life, that would probably be like the music answer, or like video games, like the actual fun stuff that you do to find that pleasure in life.
Super. I sincerely appreciate your answer, Nestor.
Of course. Have a good trip.
Have a great afternoon.
Thanks.
Some more sights around the Bellingham ferry terminal. Such a gorgeous view. Yes, yes. Pretty soon I'll be embarking on the Columbia, Ketchikan, Alaska flag. And this is the loading area where I've found some BMW biker friends with a very beautiful 40-year edition. Friend Randy also driving a BMW. Two guys from Mexico who've been traveling pretty much all over the world, and they want to say hello to
Hola muchachos.
another GSA, my bike, and here we have beautiful Harleys. How comfortable is this?
I love it. I've been 4,000 miles on this trip with no issues.
Oh, from where?
Alabama.
Alabama. Uh-huh. Fantastic. Did you catch like different types of weather getting here?
Been sunny.
Just like this?
All day.
Ah,
The
you
whole
lucky
trip.
guys.
The whole trip.
We left out just right.
Uh-huh.
Stone was behind us the whole
Ah,
time.
awesome. Beautiful bikes.
Thank you.
All right. Beautiful motorcycle. Are you happy to be here? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hell yes. Okay. So here I am. Cabin 156. 2 bunk beds, AC. Home for the next 4 or 5 days. So we're moving away from Bellingham and towards Haynes. So the Columbia takes off from its dock. A lot of people camping on deck. So this is the bow side of the solarium deck. Very relaxed, super relaxed place. just had a spectacular sunset. So beautiful. So tranquil. So beautiful evenings on the Columbia as we ferry north towards Haines. The sun just set, and on the other end we have Mother Moon. Views from the upper deck where people will be camping tonight under the light of the moon. We're headed towards the 4th of July, so a US flag is in order. First morning on the ferry, very gray, drizzly. Flat calm seas, as is the case in this inner passage. It's always it's all protected waters and cool. We're looking at about a 9 degrees centigrade temperature today. That's our ferry, the Columbia. So I'm here with Sergio. Originally Chilean, moved to Texas. When he was 2 years old. Ex-Boeing engineer. Really smart guy. I've been having breakfast with this man, conversing for probably over an hour. We've actually been kicked out of the restaurant. So the waiter came over and gave us the bill without asking if we wanted anything else. So Sergio, I kind of gave you a little bit of background already about what I'm doing with this YouTube channel and with all the social media content. And I'm very interested because one subject we didn't touch on throughout our conversation was the subject of happiness. What makes you happy?
Wow. The things that come to my mind, actually it's one thing. Timeless. Gosh, I think there's moments in our lives where we experience no time. And some people say that's what it means to be present, or that's what it means to spend time with a friend or with your family. But I think that's what I would say. I think timeless.
So kind of like flow, when you feel like time is passing.
Flow. And yeah, where there's like there's almost like no concept of time. You are so immersed in a moment. You could be really doing anything, but you lose thought of past and future, and you are just now.
Is this kind of like a punctual feeling for short periods of time?
I don't know what the formula is. I think they happen in moments where you least expect them. I think, but I think there are ways to be intentional with it. I run a lot, and sometimes I ask myself, am I doing it for the health? Am I doing it because I feel good? I think there are split moments when I go run a lot that I'm losing concept completely of past or future. I'm just listening.
Runner's high.
I'm getting the runner's high, I'm feeling the wind, and I'm feeling the steps. And it's just that present moment, I think. Timeless. I know I've had more moments. I could go on because I love it when I experience it. Even just now when we're on this ship here, there are moments where I'm like, I think I see a whale sometimes. And I'm like, I'm staring, I'm looking, and I'm waiting for something. And I think in those split moments, I've lost
completely
concept of time.
Focused. Yes.
Complete focus.
Super. Thank you so much for your answer. It's been very insightful on the one hand, and on the other hand, our conversation over the past hour and something has been fantastic. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Marco.
What makes you happy?
First. I think being with my family. In the summer, we can escape, and it's 2 months, and sometimes we get a little too close. We're stuck in a minivan for too long. But we just have fun, and we deal with our problems because we have to as we're going through it. We're stuck together. We have to get through it, and I just love not having to think about work and everything else that goes on in our day-to-day life, soccer practices. It's nice to get away from it all and yeah, just be really close to each
Okay,
other.
second question.
Yeah.
What do you think people should or could do to make the world a better place?
I think people need to listen to each other more, and it's something that I talk to my kids about. When you meet somebody, you got to learn something about them. You're not going into that conversation to tell them all about you. You're going into the conversation to learn something new and learn about them. And I think listening to each other will make the world better.
Alright, what a beautiful set of answers. Thank you, man.
Of course.
Here with Steve, science teacher in Colorado. Expert ukulele player.
Only my second day here.
Alright.
That's a C.
So, Steve, I have a question for you.
Yes, Marco, what's your question?
What makes you happy?
Well, travel makes me happy.
Is that like a punctual sort of pleasure type happiness or more of a contentment, sustained happiness?
Punctual happiness. What do you mean by that?
Like more pleasure oriented or more, because I guess happiness, do you see this as moments or do you see this as a contentment, extended satisfaction type of feeling?
Boy, that's a deeper question than I think I can answer. I'm happy in the moment.
Happy in the moment. All right, is that pleasure or happy?
I'll go with happy.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with contentment on that.
Travel then makes you happy.
Yes, pleasure I see as more hedonistic.
Aha, and what about things that are, let's say, let me give you a little prompt. What about your family?
What about them? They're happy. They're happy.
make-
They're happy right now.
They're traveling.
They're happy. I'm happy.
Okay.
But
Good
no.
news?
Well, there's the joy. There's the whole thing about joy and happiness and contentment. They say that parents are more joyful, less happy, and more joyful. But right now, I'm happy because everybody's happy. Everybody's fed. I really like to be on my bicycle. That's when I'm happiest.
I've had an opportunity to talk to your wife Amanda about the types of things that you guys do as parents, and I want to congratulate you. You have a beautiful family. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you. I don't think my answer was what I wanted, but that's what you got.
Hey, take note, bro.